Hey everyone, let's go over flipping, chopping, and manipulating samples in Ableton. This is a sample that I made that we're going to be using. The first thing that we're going to go over is how to make an offbeat sample stick to the grid. So let's turn on the metronome here and play a different version of this sample. So you can hear that doesn't stick to the beat. Let's go over how I fix this. The first thing we should do is unselect the warp mode, and then we can adjust the pitch to where it lines up close to the edge here. So you can adjust the semitones here, and then in this right little box you can adjust the cents. So let's turn that down a little bit. Okay. Now we should be in a good spot. Let's have a listen. Click on the sample again and check on the warp mode. It'll ask you if you'd like to keep the current timing of the clip. We want to select yes here, and then we can change the tempo of the song, and it will still line up with our metronome. You can hear some artifacts here. We can fix this by clicking on Beats and selecting Complex or Complex Pro. Let's go with Complex Pro. Turn the formants all the way down and the envelope all the way down. So how do we start manipulating our samples? The first thing you'll usually see is a pitch adjustment, either tuning up or tuning down. You'll come down to this box right here and you'll adjust pitch just like we did earlier. So we can take this down 3 semitones. Take it up 5. We can also reverse the samples. You can do this by right-clicking and going down to reverse clip, or you can just press R with the clip selected. In Ableton, you can also manipulate the sample by using the transients or the beats. So let's click on these arrows here, make the first selection, and we'll drag this slider down. This is a cool trick to use on drum samples or melody samples that you want to sound a little bit tighter. If you click on transients here, you can change the beat that this operates in. Let's get into chopping up the sample. We can do this by going to our instruments, grabbing Simpler, and dropping it onto our timeline. Now we can drag our sample into Simpler. One-shot mode will play the whole sample in different pitches depending on the key that you press on the keyboard. The slice mode will turn your triggers into different sections of the song. You can slice by transient, which will automatically detect the end of a transient in a section. You can also adjust this by dragging the slices. You can slice by beat, which will chop up the sample by the beat. You can slice by region, and you can change the amount of regions. It just divides the song up equally. You can also adjust the slices here, or you can do it manually by double-clicking to add slices in different sections. Let's go over the controls in Simpler. Starting from the left, we have a filter. We also have an LFO. There's the volume, which adjusts the pitch based off your LFO. The pan, and the filter. You can turn off the LFO, or you can change the LFO shape. You can also set the LFO rate from hertz to the beat, and you can change the beat down here. We also have an envelope over here. You can use this envelope as a pitch bend technique. And we also have a fade in, fade out for the samples. You can also change the key of the sample down here. So let's put what we've learned today to use. So let's drag a sampler here. I want this sample tuned down, so I'm going to grab it, take it down 3 semitones, and then freeze the track, and flatten it, and then I'll drag it into Simpler. We'll do the beat by quarter note and see what it sounds like. Okay, let's add a drum beat. Let's make it a little bit faster. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, follow for more. Peace.